Hello, my name is Zach Clausen. I am a finance student at Minnesota State University, and I have been working on myportfoliotool.com for the past 3 years now. It is a portfolio allocation analysis tool where it looks at the investments in your portfolio and overlays them against different aggressiveness categories to see how well you are allocated based on your own allocation models and category percentages. So, for the sake of time, we'll get right into the tool. Immediately greeted with a welcome screen where you can upload a file or add the holdings manually. If you have a CSV full of the client holdings or your own holdings, you can simply go here, upload a file, and put that into the tool. So you're immediately greeted with this portfolio allocation analysis where you can see your holdings overlaid against the recommended models. The gray is the recommended, so bonds for the actual holding, and then there's the recommended for a model one. The models are one, two, three, four, five. Five is the most aggressive, one is the most conservative. These are just simple index models. You can go right ahead and edit them how you see fit, and I encourage you to edit them for your own practice. If you think, oh, I don't want that many bonds in a model one, you can quickly edit it like that and you can add that extra 5%. You're like, I actually really want more aggressiveness, or I don't want that much cash. So that's really easy to modify as you go along. So you can also, you want to say, what is this portfolio want to be? I think I want it to be a model four. So you can simply change it to that and it's going to change all the recommended or the gray lines. You can then see the exact number you would need to add or subtract from each holding to hit your perfect allocation. So to have 15% in bonds, we would need to sell $18,000 of bonds. You can see which holdings it's categorizing the bonds as by just highlighting over that. You can also see above there's 40,000 bonds. And you can see that for each category, you just hover above and it will show you which ones it's categorizing as. You can also simulate adding cash to the portfolio. Let's say your client is making the retirement contribution for the year. So they're adding 7,000 cash to the portfolio. It's going to add that to the portfolio total and then put that in cash. You can then take that and simulate adding it to different holdings. Like we're underweight on SMID gross. So we can add that 7,000 right there. You can also simulate selling from different holdings. Like we have too many bonds for a model four. So we can go in here and sell $10,000 worth of bonds or simulate selling that and then go back and add it to also our SMID value. It'll show you here your net cash adjustment. So after adding 7,000, selling 10, and then buying 12, we're going to have a net cash adjustment of an extra 5 grand in the account after all of our adjustments before we started. You'll also be able to change the category or the asset class of each holding. Something like American Balance may have a more flexible core where sometimes it's more large growth, sometimes it's large value. So if you're like, yeah, it's really more large value right now, you can just change that and it will change from blend to value or whatever you see best fit. You can also simulate adding holdings to the portfolio really simply and easily. If you're adding some new funds, just add that there and add the value there, and it will add it to the account just like that. I tried to make it as easy to use, simple, and straightforward as possible. So I do have some articles that go in kind of how to upload your portfolio data in the CSV file format to make sure that the tool can read it properly. So I do have that for you. And then also another article just going in how to use the tool more in depth. I do respond and read all of these feedback from this form. So if you ever want to see a feature or notice a bug, you can fill out this feedback form to make the tool more usable for you. And I do respond. I am still creating and developing the tool, so any feedback is gratefully useful. Right now, the tool is completely free, completely usable by anyone. You can We've been using it in our office for the past 2 years and we've had a lot of success with it. It makes rebalancing portfolios a lot quicker, a lot easier, a lot cleaner. You can just print off this screen when you're done if you want and go ahead and make those trades exactly. Helps keeps all of our portfolios grounded to what model number the client wants and how aggressive they want to be. Helps us customize our different model numbers and what we want to be recommending based on different market times. So if you would want, please go ahead, give myportfoliotool.com a try. Let me know what you think of it, and I think it could be really helpful to your practice.